It is December 3rd, Thursday. Good morning. I am not up before dawn, but it is a gorgeous, beautiful, clear blue sky day. And I'm sorry. My phone keeps updating itself automatically, and for some reason the timer is upside down and at the bottom of my screen. I noticed that it was at the bottom of my screen, and I thought, oh, they just moved it. But it was at 000, so I didn't realize it was upside down. Anyway, I was going to turn it off and start over, but good morning. I put my tree up, and then I had to move it. I put it up in the other corner of the window, and it couldn't really see it. I thought, well, dang. So I had to get an extension cord and have Dennis help me move the plant and everything, but there's my tree. I was very successful in my shopping yesterday, except I didn't put garland on my list, and I didn't buy garland. But I found a $25 tree. I couldn't believe it. And, you know, I mean, it looks like a $25 tree, but as Dennis said, it's really just a vehicle for lights and ornaments. It doesn't really matter. And it looks gorgeous, and I'm really happy with it. So there you go. Unfortunately, I do not know what I'm going to do around the fireplace. I put my rocking Santa over there on the bachelor's chest. I put some new wire trees that I found that I hadn't used before on the windowsill. I don't know if you can see it. The window, I have one more thing to do with the window, and the window area is going to be all done. And I put my tall wooden Santa next to the tree. I don't know if that's cheating, because I usually had the tall wooden Santa next to the tree on the bachelor's chest, and I just moved them both to the table. But I like them together because of their height. I think this guy's going to go on the mantle. I think I'm going to leave the feather trees, and I'm going to put Frosty over here, get rid of the rest of these trees. They're going to go in other places. It normally takes me about 2 hours to decorate for Christmas, maybe 3, counting cleanup. I'm gonna be in day 2, and I don't know if I'm gonna finish. Dennis is urging me to try to figure out how to make my own garland. I don't think he wants me going shopping anymore. Well, when I found, where's that wooden tree? Oh, it's over here, this tree. When I found this tree that's behind the stereo, this one right here, I had forgotten that I bought that last year. I bought that at the florist along with my reindeer. Right? Reindeer I remembered, but I forgot I had gotten that tree. And so I'm not sure where that tree is going to go. It might actually go on this bookshelves behind me, because, and I think that bookshelf behind me is going to be the repository of my small knitted Santas and snowmen and things. I don't have a place for them. I haven't figured it out, and I haven't figured out what I'm going to do about the garland either. It could end up being ribbons, and I do actually have garland. It's pretty garish. I have lots of it. So we may be blinging up that fireplace something crazy. I don't know. I may have to spend my allowance on garland because I don't think I have the, I think it's going to be stressful for me to try to make a garland that I'm happy with for the fireplace. I'm not, this whole plan of not putting things back where they were before is screwing up my fireplace. My mantle, top of my mantle, I'm not picturing what the top of my mantle is going to look like. So I think I need greenery. Maybe I'll just take some clippers out to the back acre and see if I can find any kind of an evergreen back there. We don't really have many evergreens. I have a couple in the front. I wonder how quickly rhododendron leaves would wilt. I'm trying to see what I can do, you know, with my what I have around. I have a lot of sticks around. I could try to do some stick thing. Oh gosh. I have to make a dress and I have cards to make. I don't have time for this. Anyway. Advents. So I again opened my Advents from for my floss, whose name, the name of the company is escaping me, and it's not on the box. Oh yes, it is. DeevaaS. My DeevaaS flosses. So this is my woolen floss. It is beautiful. It's called Buttercup. It's not quite, it's just an inch less bright than it's showing on the screen. And I got my silk, which is called Verdant. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Well. And they call this 6-strand. This is so thin. This is 1 strand of embroidery floss. You know, the way I embroider. They call it 6-strand. So when I saw 6th strand, I thought what I was getting was like DMC, which you take apart. You do not take that apart. And it might even be thinner. It might even be thinner than my regular. And this is a little bit thicker. But anyway. And my L'Occitane is hand cream today. So that's fun. And my crafty toads. Ooh, that's pretty. Going pastel-y. Oh, that, you can't even see that. There you go. Going pastel-y. This is yellowy, green, and blue. This is a pretty color. This is, I just popped into my head, oh, I should knit something for some baby. I mean, it's a baby colors to me, like, you know, sort of those really soft yellows and greens. Like back in the olden days when you didn't know what the sex of the baby was going to be. You'd make them yellows and greens. Well, I wasn't knitting back then, so I'm assuming. That's pretty. That, here is my, oh, I'm getting out of order. I haven't opened Megan's yet, but here is my knitting. And it turns out this yellow from yesterday is full of blue. Light, very light blue and white. Which is why this is interesting, because this is yellow, a different yellow That sun is making it hard to see these. Very different yellow. Well, some of this light yellow is also in this, but this also has a real golden in it. But these really go together. That's interesting. But the this turned out really nice. It's not quite as blue and yellow because this didn't turn out to be quite as yellow as it looked in the skein. Because here's the skein, right? Now I can see the blue now that I'm looking at it, but boy, it was like, oh, yellow, you know. But there's a lot of blue in that. These skeins have, the first 2 days were 2 10-gram skeins. Now the Crafty Toads talked about issues they had with their supplier, and they had to use 10-gram minis, and they put 2 together, which is what I got for the first 2. So anyway, this is what my Advent knitting goes. And today I just finished this stripe. This stripe is a white stripe. It's a 2-day stripe because it has 2 colors. Yeah. Day number 3 from Megan. Ooh, dye candy. That's pretty. Oh, this sun. Now, here you go. I could just sit back. I could just sit back and show you. I don't have to be in the sun. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm sorry. Is this crazy how gorgeous these yarns are together? It's like they were like in sync. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Megan. I love that color. Day 3 bonus. She gave me a lot more bonuses than I gave her, I'm afraid. Her birds, her kiwi and her wood, oh, beautiful. New Zealand. This is, you should be telling me what these are, Megan, because the tag doesn't say. These are the perfect gift, souvenir, keepsake, gift tag, or Christmas tree ornament, but it doesn't say what it is. But this looks like, I'm guessing it's a Maori symbol of some kind. Thank you, my dear. That is going on the tree. That is going on the tree. I did not do what I said I was going to do in terms of recording the decorating. It just didn't, you know, if I were just putting stuff, knowing where it was going, whatever, it might have worked to just record everything and then do fast forward. But my fast forward isn't quite fast enough, so I would have to do a lot of editing. So I took video, but I'm feeling like I'm not sure. Maybe I'll play some of it tomorrow or the next day when the decorating is finished. But maybe I'll just take you on a tour of my decorations when everything's done. I'm not sure. But I did put up Aura's garland yesterday because we went to see her because Dennis's cousin Bonnie was there visiting her, and I will put that right here.
No. Let me put Bonnie on the vlog, and then I'll show you. I finished Aura's garland on her mantle. I had to get these command things because otherwise it wouldn't stick. And there's Garland's flag and his certificates. But here we are. She's all ready for Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Ready for Christmas. Not quite.
She loved the garland, and it worked out really well. I got command strips to put on her mantle, and that worked great. And so that was fun. So we visited, and I just put it up and arranged it, and it looks really good. I just don't think it would be bold enough on my mantle. I could do pom-poms. I could do giant pom-poms. Giant pom-poms would show up. better. I wonder if but I don't have the yarn for giant pom-poms. I would have to go buy like Super Saver or something. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with that fireplace. You can see what I have left. I have all these trees, different kinds of trees. These are the black Norwegian glass trees I bought in Norway when I was with my parents. These are wooden trees. And then these are feather trees. And I think the feather trees are going to stay up there. And I guess I'm just going to sprinkle trees around. Since everything is bare except for what I'm putting down, I feel like I need filler. I don't know what that filler looks like. You know, like something more over the table or a little, I don't know. I can't put any of my knitted things on the coffee table because those would be in too much jeopardy. I think I'm going to put the knitted things right behind me is a bookshelf. A bookshelf right under. And I guess the reindeer, that's the reindeer that would normally be on the top, on the mantelpiece. I've changed the candles from pure gold to Christmas balls. And I think it's going to stay where it is, so. On that, or on this, up here on where that is, I don't know. These are going on the table as usual, as I did last year, so I'm breaking my own rule. If I get really frustrated, I might break my own rule and put the reindeer back up on the mantle, because I do like it up there. I'm the boss of my decorating. But I think that fireplace is gonna... My sister, I do not like our mantle, and I complained about it one time when my sister was visiting, and she sewed me a fabric cover that goes over that so that and it would be the perfect color, but I don't know where it is. I washed it and I didn't put it back up, and I don't know where it is, and I wish I did, because it would be perfect, absolutely perfect for this decorating. So I'm going to have to look around for it. It must be in the dining room, surely. I don't know where else it would be. So I'm going to look for that, because that would be absolutely perfect. But I'm losing things. I went to put on my Snowdrift shawl by Helen Stewart that I made years ago. It was a mystery knit-along. Well, whatever one that she did that was a mystery knit-along that was a half circle. Couldn't find it. I have no idea where it is, so... Gee, too bad I don't have any time, or I'm never home to do, organize things in my house. Guess what my New Year's resolution is again. Anyway. So I am going to continue to decorate. I have lots of boxes to go back into the basement. And I need to clear off this table and start making cards. Dennis printed me oops, these are the bad ones, full page. Oh no, they're not. Printed me labels to use on the cards. So I need to make cards. So I need to make cards, and I need to make this dress for Sammy. And I have a brilliant idea for Isabel's present. I bought that unicorn stamp. It's about this big, and I was gonna make her a Christmas card with the unicorn stamp. And then I decided I'm gonna put together a stamping kit for her with the unicorn stamp and cards, stock, and a couple other little stamps, and a couple washable ink pads, and put together a little kit for her to make her own cards with her unicorn for her Christmas present. So that's what I decided to do for her. A little craft kit to make cards. I think she'll like that. So that's my plan. Anyway, I've jabbered on a long time. Happy Vlogmas, everybody. I hope you're all well. Oh, and don't forget, if you haven't already told me what you're going to do, what your crafting plans are for December, please let me know in the comments, and you can win this beautiful yarn that Valerie is going to send somebody. Thank you, Valerie. That's such a sweet thing to do. And I will be announcing the winner of that beautiful yarn on Monday, on Monday's Vlogmas. So I'm going to gather all the comments from all week where people are telling me what they're crafting this December, and I'm going to pick a winner. And thank you, Valerie. That's such a sweet thing to do, and it's such beautiful yarn. So I will say goodbye, and I hope you are well. And I hope you are having a good December. If you have any suggestions on homemade garland, oh, I'm open to suggestions. I think the garland will turn out to be allowance because I just won't be able to deal with it. And I'll just go buy something. If I go back to the place I got the poinsettias, I can probably get, you know, like a pine, just pine garland base would do it for me, I think. Anyway, but I brought the fabric down this morning so I can see what the story is about my windows. Stop talking. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk too much tomorrow too, probably, because apparently that's how I'm going these days. Please be well. Please be healthy. Please feel better if you've been under the weather, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay safe.